Hey guys, welcome to our first Microsoft Word project. For this Word project, we will be creating a flyer using Microsoft Word. For this project, we are going to use the Microsoft Word app and use our iPads. If you have not downloaded the Microsoft Word app from self-service, please do so. And I'm going to go ahead and open up that Word app. You should be on the new tab over here to the side, and we're going to click on blank document right here to start our flyer together. Okay, one of the first steps that we need to do is actually go to the layout tab, which is kind of in the middle. And for that layout tab, we are going to go over to margins and change those margins to narrow. And what that's going to do is give us a little bit more space to type. You will see that the cursor was over here and it's kind of shifted a little bit to the left, and so that's going to give us a little bit more room as we type and start to add things to our flyer. With our cursor flashing over here on the left hand side, we're going to start to type the headline of our flyer, which is wash your hands, and we do want to add an exclamation point afterwards. Now, after typing wash your hands with that cursor still blinking next to the exclamation point, we're going to go to the Home tab and click on this button. It kind of looks like some lines with a paintbrush, and that's our paragraph formatting button. With that cursor blinking next to the exclamation point in hands, we are going to add a space after the paragraph to give it a little extra room. And so when you hit enter, your cursor should drop down a little bit below the word wash. After doing that, we want to click on the View tab and take a look at some of the different views for Microsoft Office for an iPad. If you click on some of these options over here, there's zoom in, zoom out, page width, and one page. I'm going to click on each of those. So right now this is one page, and currently it's super small because we have our keyboard extended. If we drop down our keyboard, click on one page again, it will make it so that you can see the entire page on your iPad screen. If you click page width, it's going to stretch that page to fit the width of the paper, and you could always zoom in or you could zoom out. One thing that's really nice about Word on the iPad is you could use two fingers to zoom in to the maximum, or you could zoom out to whatever percentage you would like to use. If you do tap on mobile view, it shows you a quick mobile view, but I actually prefer the print layout view. I think it's a little bit easier to work with. Okay, so we're going to tap underneath wash your hands. With our cursor blinking there, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. And with that, we are going to turn on our paragraph marks just so we can see how many enters we have. If you go back to the Home tab and you click on that same button over here, those lines with the paintbrush, our paragraph formatting button, you can turn on your paragraph marks. And your paragraph marks are these blue P's. These blue P's represent kind of like invisible characters. And so if you zoom in really close, you can see that there are a couple dots in between the words wash, your, and hands. It shows all of those invisible characters. So spaces, tabs, indents, and so forth. If I hit a bunch of spaces, typically you couldn't see those spaces, but with paragraph marks on, you could see all of those invisible spaces. All right, after we've turned our paragraph marks on, we are ready to type our next line. Okay, we typed our next line. Washing your hands with soap and water can decrease outbreaks of foodborne illness because it can prevent spreading germs from, instead of our hands, we want to say your hands to food, and make sure you have a period after that. Okay, it looks like foodborne is 2 words, and so if you do tap on foodborne, if it didn't already autocorrect for you, you could tap on it and choose that foodborne right there. All right. So we have that. After typing that, I'm going to put my cursor after the period in food and hit enter again, and that will drop my cursor down below that next line. And we're going to write our next, this one's not really a sentence, but we are going to write how, enter. Okay, for this next one, I'm purposely going to make a typo. I actually want you guys to do the same just so we could practice using that spell check feature in a Microsoft Word Mobile. So we are going to type wet hands with, and this is where the typo comes in, clean. If I try and type it, it already autocorrects. I'm going to go back and fix it to clean instead of clean so we can look at that autocorrect feature. Clean, comma, running water, and apply soap. And after that, we want a period. I believe I forgot a comma, so I'm going to use my finger to find in between some words here. After clean running water, right there, if you hold your finger, you'll be able to see that magnifying glass. And I believe after water, we want a comma as well. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. We typed how, we hit enter, we typed wet hands with clean running water and apply soap. And you notice that I have a mistake right here on the word clean. That's not how you spell clean. I'm sure all of you know that. If I do go to review, you will see that there is spell check right there underneath that dot. If I wanted to, I can either tap on the word, it will give me some suggestions in which I can change it, or if I wanted to, I could use that ABC check for spelling. In English. And when I click on that, it should, proofing language, all right, okay, back there, make sure it's on English. All right, English. For spell check, this is just changes the language, so you do want to click on that and set it to clean. All right, so we changed that. After that, we are going to type a few more things in. Please feel free to pause this video as I'm typing, just to make sure that you get everything typed correctly. All right, so I have typed everything in. I'm going to drop my keyboard. zoom out so you guys can see the entire screen right there. Now would be a perfect time to pause if you need to get caught up typing. But keep in mind, I do have my paragraph marks turned on, so wherever you see those blue dots in between words or those blue backwards P's, that just means that I hit space or I hit enter.